So, man, it is pretty wild to see what is going on in the Democratic Party right now. So, we've been talking about this over the past few days because there's been a lot of chaos going on in the Democratic Party, specifically at the House level, the House of Representatives level, because the Democrats have failed epically when it comes to the House of Representatives. All right, they were supposed to gain more seats. Not only did they not gain more seats, it looks like their majority is going to be much smaller than it was previously. I think they're only going to have a majority by, like, I don't know, 7 votes or something like that, which honestly, it puts progressives in a really powerful position because you have like 12 to 15 like hardcore progressives in the House, and so that fact means that Democrats will have to come to the table with progressives to negotiate on legislation before being able to get it passed. So there's been all kinds of blame going around. Sherry Bustos, who's the DCCC chair, has resigned, says I'm not going for the post anymore. People are calling on Nancy Pelosi to resign. People are blaming AOC. And so one of the people, and I talked about this recently, Hakeem Jeffries is the guy who's like next in line after Nancy Pelosi. Nobody really knows. So Nancy Pelosi is really old. She's sort of on her way out. She's got a maximum of like 2 years left, I would say. Nobody really knows who can replace her. Nobody really has a thought yet. Nobody's really thought about it. So it appears that the person that the neoliberals are all coming around is now Hakeem Jeffries, okay, who's the House Democratic Caucus chair currently. Now, there's some moderates who want a different moderate Speaker of the House. They don't want like a progressive one. They want a moderate one, a centrist one, just a different one than Nancy Pelosi. Now, he said this. He said, do we want to win? Do we want to govern? Or do we want to be internet celebrities? So that's a comment that he made. Now, it's pretty obvious who this shot is levied at. And then he also says, I think it's a useful conversation for us to have because the socialism message wasn't helpful. So he's obviously talking about AOC and progressives here. Now, I've done some research on Hakeem Jeffries because I knew who he was. I had seen the story where he, quoted Juicy, by Biggie on the House floor. Oh, so cool. But it turns out that he's kind of a centrist hack. So in 2016, he supported Hillary over Bernie. Not only did he do that, but he called Bernie a gun-loving socialist and said that Bernie wasn't a true friend of black people. And, said Hillary was really going to help black people. This is something that's really funny that I want to tell you about Hakeem Jeffries, actually. What's happening right now is he's looking around him, and all of his boys around him, they're all getting taken out. It's like playing a game of Warzone, watching all your boys get picked off. That's basically what's happening. So he lost Lacey Clay, who was defeated by Cori Bush recently in Missouri. And most recently, he endorsed Elliot Engel really hardcore. He actually defended Elliot Engel after that hot mic incident where he was at the Black Lives Matter protest, I think it was, and he said, if I didn't have a primary, I wouldn't be here. People were like, what the fuck? So he endorsed him hardcore. He was like, no, he's the real one. He's the real friend of black people. He's really helped out. And then they gave a personal message, which tells me that he didn't have any policy stuff that he did. He just tried to connect on a personal level with victims of police brutality. So everybody's getting picked off around him. Everybody's losing. And so what you guys see, and obviously Jamal Bowman defeated Elliot Engel. And so what it really means at the end of the day is he's sort of seeing a bunch of people around him who are these corporate Democrats who are getting picked off. So what I'm hoping Hakeem Jeffries gets taken out by a progressive. So, and apparently I read that it was AOC had floated the idea of primarying Hakeem Jeffries before he ended up going on to primary Joe Crowley. So that's also interesting, but I really hope there's like a really good progressive challenge to Hakeem Jeffries. Now, he co-sponsored Medicare for All in the House, but the reason why he's co-sponsored it is because of the pressure of New York progressivism that's coming around right now. And also, it's something he knows isn't going to get through, but he gets to kind of tout that as like, oh, see, I'm progressive. He's not a progressive. He is a total centrist corporate Democrat. He actually comes off as even more douchebaggy than Nancy Pelosi does, which is kind of hard because Nancy Pelosi is really smug and really arrogant, but he comes off as way worse. It's actually kind of crazy. So I think we found the person we really want to challenge next. Okay, you took out Joe Crowley, who was third in line, okay, in the House. You know, he was supposed to be one of the people who could be speaker, you know? And one of the top people that could be speaker. So I think you take out Hakeem Jeffries next. Now, when it comes to this issue, right, is it, you know, does this comment make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. Also, what's funny is, you know, I saw Ryan Grimm make a joke saying, oh, you know, a dirty pot shot at Nancy Pelosi. And that's kind of true, because Nancy Pelosi is sort of a internet celebrity for lib shits rather than actually doing anything. She claims to be a master legislator, but at the end of the day, she does nothing but pass milquetoast garbage during Democratic majorities. Like, wow, you're a master legislator. Holy crap. You passed a bunch of stuff with a Democratic majority that's not even groundbreaking legislation. Oh, my God. So it's not true. Actually, AOC having her status is actually really good. Don't you want young people to get involved in politics, really get involved in issues and have activists and stuff like that, really pushing politics and pushing the needle? If you say no, then it means you don't actually want to win. And you don't actually want change on issues. So I completely and entirely disagree with this comment. It's actually really important to be able to connect with people, because it gets them to be able to support you on the issues, you know, follow you in your works and things of that nature. So that's, I think, a really important thing to state. And so he's trying to take a pot shot at AOC here. But Democrats, don't let them pretend like they're good at winning. They're not good at winning. And to be honest with you, without Barack Obama at the presidential level, I don't really know how well they would have fared in presidential elections. Because to be quite frank with you, Obama was really unique in his ability to get elected. He was really fucking good at that. Okay, he's really good. Almost unbeatable. He probably could have won 4 straight terms. But other than that, even under Obama's term, they are complete ass when it comes to lower level elections. And that's why I feel like they're going to lose the Georgia runoffs. They suck at Senate and House races. So this idea that, like, yeah, we're these guys, we're the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi and Obama and these people, we're so good at winning these Democratic races. But it's AOC and these people coming around with their socialism message and these internet celebrity stuff. Like, no, that's not what happened. You just suck, and you're just pissed that people like AOC and not you, and you're pissed off that AOC sparked an entire movement in your home state to start taking out all of your buddies, all right? And hopefully primary challenges will continue. We need a primary challenge against Hakeem Jeffries, and we need a strong one, all right? We need a strong primary challenge. That would be really epic, because I really, really dislike Hakeem Jeffries. Now, he has said that he is not going to be running against Pelosi for the speakership. So, you know, not going to challenge her. But there's a lot of blame game going on right now, because they have failed epically in the House of Representatives. So there's a lot of chaos going on right now. But I will be happy to see Hakeem Jeffries hopefully primaried and hopefully taken out as we continue the progressive swave that is going around. But taking a pot shot at AOC and probably a hint of jealousy attached to it.